I'm Joe White from the Captain's Galley Crab Cake Shack. Don't let the Grinch steal your crab feast. It's showtime.
Here on Delmarva, most of us can't resist a good old-fashioned crab feast. It's a mouth-watering tradition unlike any other. But what if you pack all those flavors into one bite?
One bite. Might be a big one, but still. Our guest here in the DelmarvaLife kitchen today is doing exactly that.
Yes, you probably know our friend Joe White from the shrimp boat.
Yes.
But today, you're here for another establishment.
We are. So Captain's Galley Crab Cake Shack down the road from us has started to use the same fresh picked crab meat that we are known for. And actually I run through our wholesale division, which is a different company altogether. And it's really exciting because they've taken this product and they have made into one bite a whole crab feast that, you know, we're not going to replace our crab feast in the summer with it.
Right.
But it might be a good little stopgap through the winter, especially.
Sure. Oh,
so
that sounds exciting. Okay.
So we're going to make the sauce that goes on top, the kickin' sauce. And the name of the sandwich is the kickin' crab cake. And so, Lisa, I was going to ask you to get started with the mayo.
This is all mayo,
Yeah,
right?
and that, high-end mayonnaise, and then sweet relish.
Okay, and I can use this to kind of scrape it all in?
Yep.
Okay.
Jimmy, this is the crab meat.
Right.
And I think this is the real key here. This was picked 2 days ago, brought in on our trucks. The only people who have touched this is our folks.
Your people, okay.
And you check that out. And if you would, just kind of pick through it and see if you find any shells. If you do, you can pull them off to the side.
Okay.
Okay, so I just mix this together.
Yep, Lisa, we need a teaspoon of mustard,
Okay.
salad mustard, and dry mustard each.
Okay. Can I do the?
yeah, let's
do the dry one first.
You were thinking ahead. We're going to do one more of those.
Two of those.
Two of those, and then 2 of the salad mustard.
Okay. 2 of the salad.
And then I'm going to put a little bit of the shrimp seasoning in there, the secret sauce.
The secret seasoning.
And the purpose of this sauce isn't to mask the flavor of the crab. It's really more of just to enhance the sandwich itself. So, what do you think?
I don't know how to tell you. I don't either. I'm a really bad crab picker, or I'm not finding anything at all.
I did 3 of these yesterday, and I found 1 shell and 3 pounds.
Okay,
Ooh.
so it's not that I'm just missing them.
I don't think you are. You actually look like you're doing a good job.
How about that?
So
That's awesome.
Here's what I'm going to do to make this sandwich. I'm actually going to take this lump crab meat.
Okay.
I'm going to put white sweet corn, all the seasonings that you would have, like if you came to a crab feast at the shrimp boat or anywhere else at your home.
Right.
We're going to mix it all together, and I'm going to put it in the oven for 9 minutes. Now, you can come get these kicking crab cakes from the Captain's Galley Crab Cake Shack right over by Food Line in West Ocean City. You can get them cooked, or you could take them home raw with instructions on how to cook them.
Oh, how neat.
We'll make the sauce for you. We'll send you home with a little cup of the sauce. But I thought we would come on here and show just how the same fresh ingredients you're seeing on this plate is the same thing we would put in a sauce.
Okay.
We don't cut any corners.
Okay.
So how about I throw one in the oven?
Let's throw one in
do
the
it.
oven, and we'll let that cook up. And then when we come back, we are going to taste it, and then we're going to talk a little bit about some things that are going on that I know you're very passionate about.
Yes, thank you.
Stick around. DelmarvaLife will be right back.
What you see before you is a crab feast sandwich. All the succulent regional flavors fitting right into your hands thanks to this man right here, Joe White from the Shrimp Boat and Captain's Galley Crab Cake Shack, who showed us. Now, you may have noticed that we didn't do everything on camera.
We didn't.
He's keeping some of the secret to himself.
For right now.
For right now.
Okay.
Okay.
As they say, patent pending, right?
Okay, patent pending. I like that. I like that. So you put together the crab cake and then put it in the oven.
Okay.
We did. So we broiled this for about 6 minutes, flipped it over for about 2 more, depending on how dark you want. I like a little bit of a crust on mine.
Sure. Yeah.
But the sauce we made is what we're putting on the sandwich. And I really think that it gets understated sometimes just how important it is to have good ingredients, whether it's the lettuce, the tomato, even the bun. I mean, these rolls are brought fresh to us twice a week.
Really?
Yep. And all the guy does is bring us bread. So.
And it's that attention to detail that will make or break a dish, right?
It is. I mean, the corn that's in this sandwich is local white sweet corn. So we want to have a chance to enjoy all those flavors, especially when you can't sit outside
Thanks, sir.
and pick some crabs, you know.
All right. Well,
So, what were these important events that Lisa was referring to before we took the break?
You know, one of the things I'm really passionate about is our local fire departments. I live in Parsonsburg, but we work with Willards and Pittsville and Powellville as well. But the shrimp boat is, I mean, we're not cooking this year for the patty plop, but we are for the oyster roast, which is in January. The patty plop is this Saturday. It's October the 19th, right? And they only have 50 tickets left.
Oh.
And,
Out of all of them they started with, there's only 50?
yeah, over 600 tickets, I think 600 and some.
Oh my goodness.
But it's such a fun time. It's actually one of the events I go to for fun. And I'll give you a couple little inside tips, I feel like.
Oh, okay.
Go early, get a good seat. They put food out like in stages, but I always feel like you want to eat early there. So it starts at 5. I always try to eat by 6:30 because there will be extra raffles and games. And there's other, fun stuff. Obviously, there's,
Cows.
yeah, well, there are cows, yes. And that happens later. Hey, the joke was if we didn't sell enough tickets, I was coming on today to make burgers. So I think, so you had crab cake. So
Yeah,
I
we
think
gotta go,
we're
thank
okay.
goodness.
But if you want to go, like you need to get your tickets today, this afternoon. Now, when you go, you'll see all the information for the oyster roast in January, and I'll be there, steaming up shrimp, and I'll doing hush puppies. I'll probably even put together a couple oyster sandwiches, although I don't cook those. Those guys, and they know what they're doing when it comes to oyster sandwiches.
So for those who aren't familiar with the patty plop, they were on the show, I think it was Tuesday, talking about this. It's a contest where they grid out a field, put a cow in it. Everybody buys a block in the grid, and if the cow does his business in your square, you win money.
Yep, and you'll be competing against me because I'm going to have my square.
Yeah.
And if you really want to root for something, I mean, if he does, go on a line, they have to weigh it. So if you really just want to be, the pot stirrer, just root for like a tie.
Right. And I got to ask you something real quick. I know we're out of time, but isn't this quite seasonal? I mean, what do you do during the winter?
Well, so I'm part of the wholesale network.
Okay.
So I actually source my own crabs for our businesses and the local restaurants that work with me, including Captain's Galley, including the shrimp boat, several others. We take the crabs that we don't want to serve to the customers. Now they could
Still
be
good crabs?
Oh yeah, you can go all the way till about the first week of December.
Right.
And so if they're a little bit lighter, maybe a little bit smaller, we take them. Now I take mine to North Carolina because I'm down there every day getting shrimp. I love the way these folks pick this crab meat. I think it's the best picked crab meat. I mean, Jimmy said it himself when he was going through it. Maryland crabs are great, and a lot of these are Maryland crabs that I took to North Carolina to get picked. But I just really want a clean, consistent crab meat. You can see it's not wet, so it's not like full of water weight. It's just crab. And I think when you start cooking with it, and I'm not a chef, I've said that many times, you don't have to be culinarily trained. You just need to have good ingredients and not mess it up.
Yeah. Well, I think Jimmy likes the sandwich.
It's all
Got just
gone.
enough kick for you, right?
Yes,
It
this
does
is
have
good.
just enough kick.
Yeah, it's called the kicking crab cake sandwich. It's got white sweet corn to kind of balance out the kick, but also that sauce that you made, and you did a wonderful job with it. It's perfect.
Thank you. Good guidance.
Yes, well, it was a simple recipe too,
Joe White with Shrimp Boat, thank you so much. And of course, we'll have all the information for the patty plop on our website today so that folks can get their tickets.
If you
If they're still available.
get them while you can, come see me at the oyster roast in January.
There you go.